My name is Jeff.
One thing you may have learned about YouTubers by this point is that when we try to get normal jobs, it doesn't always go so well. We're very weird people. And so today, what we're gonna do is we are going to watch a story about how this YouTuber got fired from their job. SocksStudios! SocksStudios, everyone. I'm excited for this video because this is a Blaza story. And Blaza is my king. He is my goat. I love him. And when he tells a story, I am always a happy boy. Let's go. Are you ready for the theme song, people? Let's jump in. RobertIDK, SocksStudios, 1, 2, 3, theme song.
SocksStudios, just Nick and his bros, and they can't take themselves serious. Put on your socks and let's have a talk, and we'll see who's the weirdest. Meme God Blaza and that way. Don't forget about TBH. Then hop on Discord with your best mates and put on your socks. We're going to space.
This is how I got fired.
From
My
P-Dot.
first job.
How dare you say that word around here?
Let
No
me take
jobs,
you
you're a
back
YouTuber.
to 2018. A beautiful time with TikTok was just blowing up and Dusty
TikTok did come out
Dammit
then,
was
yeah.
still a part of the Fortnite map. So I just got off school from summer vacation. Oh, and you know that feeling, right?
It hit so hard.
Time to play video
Of
games.
course, I'm strolling out of school with the biggest smile on my face, ready for an amazing summer vacation.
Laugh and Juicy cannot relate. They get out of school and it's just raining.
Oh, so that's how it's
Not
gonna be.
all the
It's
time.
chucking it down out here.
Oh, it's raining cats and dogs
and
out
dogs
there,
out
isn't
here.
it, today?
We do not say that.
But these are gonna be 8 pure weeks of hanging out with my friends, playing video games all day, watching
Yes.
as much anime as I want, and turning my bedroom into a hibernating bear's cave. I used to ride my bike to school, right? This is the Netherlands, okay? This is no American wishy-washy with your cars, your F-150s.
You don't like the diesel in the air?
We didn't even have that back then.
We have to
And
have
it wasn't
bicycles.
some short ride either, okay? It was like a 40 minutes of battling up and down steep hills to get to and from my school. And you guys don't do that, right? You guys
No, for the most part, we don't. And I can attest to this. I have been to the Netherlands, and there's a whole lot of bicycles out there. No wonder you guys are so much healthier than North America. I mean, I'd say probably stop smoking so much, but keep riding the bikes. I kind of sound like a smoker because of my voice right now, but I assure you I'm not.
And you guys don't do that, right? You guys must be nice. Must be so nice, your little mommy. School bus picking you
Your
up
little
from
mommy.
your home every day.
Yeah.
It was
It was
I
awesome.
loved it.
You know what's funny? My school was literally like 5 minutes walking distance, by the way, and I still drove.
You drove?
That's insane. Wasn't your school literally in your house, bro?
Whoa.
It's just to
And
keep them
he
safe.
still drove.
That's what Taylor Swift does when she homeschools her kids, except she uses a jet.
So I drove my little bicycle home, and when I finally made it, I was exhausted. I parked my bike and basically sleepwalked inside.
Yeah, how are you
someone
supposed to
needs to get more
learn when you're so tired?
I was still daydreaming of how good this summer vacation is gonna be. Or so I thought.
Uh-oh.
So as soon as I walked inside, my mom was waiting for me, like a hostile mob that spawns as soon as you enter the house.
Oh,
Is that the way you talk about your mother?
Whoa, finally summer vacation. I needed a holiday, low-key. On God, for real, for real.
Real, no
What are we all
cap.
doing this break? And she just smiles at me evilly with the biggest grin on her face.
Uh-oh.
And she says, vacation? Who said you are going on vacation?
That's insane.
Me and my dad have been thinking about what
Summer
you should
school?
do this summer.
No!
And we really think it's time for you to finally get a
Don't say it. Let me take my earbuds out first.
G-O-B.
No!
How old are you right now?
18.
Dude, this is like peak summer, too.
I know. It was like the last good summer. So
Bro, I got my first job during summer vacation when I was 16. I worked a job when I was in high school. It was cool. I mean, obviously you want free time, but bro, I worked at Best Buy and I could buy as many video games as I wanted. It was sick. It is so dope to have your own money when you're a teenager.
Dude, this is like peak summer, too.
I know. It was like the last good summer. So I looked at her and it clocked into my brain. Job? What do you mean? It's summer vacation.
Yeah,
and my
what the
mom
heck?
answered, yes, you are gonna get a job because you're broke.
Who
and
are
need
you,
to
my
start
mom?
being able to take care of yourself at this age. All my dreams of being
Maybe.
a 40-year-old neckbeard in my parents' basement are suddenly dead.
I'm pushing 40 and I still can't take care of myself.
Instead of hanging on the couch, watching shows, playing video games, I actually have to go to work.
Do you have to apply, though?
Day in and day out for the entirety of summer.
I just want to scroll and watch incredible gassy memes.
That's the
Okay,
peak
not that.
life
Not
right
that.
there, bro.
Guys, if that's how you spend your summer, you're better off working, okay? If that's the kind of thing you would spend all day watching, you are better off working. Or just watching Robert IDK.
Ah, boy, here we go.
You know, studies have actually shown that watching Robert IDK is the best possible way to spend your summer or your free time besides working. If you aren't working, studies have shown that watching my channel is like the best thing you can do for your brain and your soul and your heart. And apparently it's healthy too.
I asked my mommy, what job were you thinking of?
McDonald's!
18-year-old at this point. by the way.
And she snickered and said, well, glad you asked. As she pulls
A job application!
behind her back.
This is so scary. Why am I scared?
I think this will be
I can't
a
scream
really
right now, you
good
guys.
job for the summer. Look how much it pays. I'm reading the paper.
$100!
Machine operator for local.
Sweetheart, I'm struggling over here.
Is it because of your voice?
Yeah, have you heard my attempts at screams?
Yeah, I know. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
It is like nails on it. At least what I like about it is I never know how my scream is gonna sound when it leaves my mouth. Because I can create it down here, but by the time it gets out here, it's like I hit the random seed button for my scream. It feels terrible, though. I hate it. I actually hate it.
Machine operator for local bottle factory.
Machine operator for the bottle.
They wanted to pay me €1,200 for
Wow.
2 months of work every day at the bottle factory.
That's
My entire
not
summer will
bad?
be spent
Is it
inside
bad?
some
I don't
giant
know.
metal prison operating machine.
I don't know what the economy's like there.
1,200, bro. Go mow some lawns.
I feel like a judge has been giving me life sentence. The whole world starts to turn black and white, but my mom was right. I was a broke boy, I admit it. I had
Yeah,
clout,
no
I had
clout,
grip,
no
No
drip.
women, no drip.
No ice on the wrist.
and I needed to earn some cash. After picking up the pieces of my shattered heart from the ground, I told my mom, okay, let's just try
Maybe
this,
try to
right?
find a
What's
better
the worst
job?
thing that could happen?
It's gonna be so bad.
Maybe, I know this already happened, so it's too late, but if you're ever in a situation like that where your parents try to get you to get a job and the job they suggest is bad, honestly, try to get a better job, and then if it's a better job, they'll probably let you do it.
Those were the words I should have never said. These next weeks of my life, I'd go to heaven. It was Black Street. Beep, beep, beep. Alarm goes off.
You're not in a coma right now, bro.
5 a.m. sharp.
Are you serious?
It's the first day of my new job. I look miserable over my alarm
It's
clock.
okay, you're in a
before turning it
bottle
off
factory.
And melting out of my bed to a puddle on the floor. As I try and wake up my limbs, bone by bone, you know, you like get off your bed and you're like shaking low your legs.
Kind of
I put on
sometimes.
my work uniform. I have required an outfit I need to wear each day, which is a
Yo,
long
lit.
sleeve top, long pants. It's very important.
Wow, I
have
love
some
this
bendy
animation.
shoes. These steel toe
Toe
boots.
boots,
They're the most
yeah.
uncomfortable shoes I've ever worn. It literally feels like you're
Factory Boys. If y'all have been with the channel for a while, you probably know. Right before I started this channel, I worked in a factory. Yes, I actually used to be quite masculine.
Stop the cap.
Just kidding. No, but I was, and I still am. Is what I'm. Okay, anyway, I worked in a factory. Steel-toed boots, ear plugs, safety glasses, the whole 9 yards.
uncomfortable shoes I've ever worn. It literally feels like you're walking inside of a brick. So I finished getting my new prison uniform on and combing myself till I look all polished and handsome.
Yay.
I had my cereal. I swear I didn't even have any taste that day because there was no joy in the world for me to enjoy my breakfast.
You really did not like working here.
Wow.
Didn't
I
even
was
started
not
yet.
gonna be late on my first day on the job, alright? So I jumped on my little bicycle and I started cycling to work. Like a real blue-collar worker, a real man. When I started getting close to the area, I was looking around since I had never been at that place before. And all of a sudden, I cycle around a corner and I saw this ginormous factory.
Wow.
It looked like a nuclear power plant where Homer Simpson used to work.
Well, it won't be hard to do better than him.
On the front, saying Bottle Factory.
Oh, so it's real. Like, this stuff is real.
I'm feeling like
They
an
actually
ant
make
compared to this
bottles?
place. And I park my tiny little bicycle next to the door. I walk inside. and there was a man standing in full suit and tie with a clipboard and a big smile on his face. Welcome to the first day at the bottle factory, Blaza. It's so great to have you here. We were really starting to get short-staffed around here.
I wonder why.
For an oddly specific, undisclosed reason that I'm not allowed to tell you. Okay, so how does it work around here? What do we need me to do? Oh boy, let me get your safety gear and we'll jump right into the work floor.
Yeah,
As you
let's
jumped
go.
into another room, I thought to myself, safety gear. I thought this was a bottle factory.
I thought this was
how
a bottle
dangerous can this be,
service.
right?
Just making bottles, right?
While I'm standing there waiting, it sounds like I'm about to walk into a saw trap or something. I can hear these machines, like metal banging. I can hear a couple people screaming, and I hear muffled voices yelling somewhere.
Who's screaming at the workplace?
I don't know. I don't know what is screaming. Eventually, he busts back through the door.
You kind of have to. You kind of have to scream in a factory because everyone's wearing earplugs. So there is a lot of very loud talking, and also a lot of very loud machine. But no, I remember the first day I worked at the factory I worked at, and it was the only day in my entire time there where I was in any kind of office with people in real suits and real normal work clothes. Then I got sent into the actual factory with all of the other orcs to do our grunt work for 12 hours overnight while I daydreamed, or should I say night dreamed, about the YouTube channel I wanted to create. And maybe one day, if I work really hard and go through a lot, I will have 1 million subscribers.
Who's screaming at the workplace?
I don't know. I don't know what is screaming. Eventually, he busts back through the door with a blue jumpsuit, safety goggles, and a big pair of headphones.
Nice.
Like bigger than Nabway's special headphones?
Okay, bro.
Now, I've done some serious gaming in my time, okay? I've never seen anything like this. They were like industrial strength, noise-canceling headphones.
Ooh.
You got to listen
Here
to
you
stuff?
go, little
I'm
Blaza.
so
How
jealous.
about you put this on and we'll get you right to work.
Uh-oh.
So I like hopped around one leg to try to put this jumpsuit on. Fall a couple times on my face, of course, because it's very slippery there. I have to
real
put these
hard.
protective glasses on as well. We all good? Does everything fit? I'm all good, I said. But do I really need these? As I'm holding up these ginormous headphones.
Can you listen
he
to
said,
stuff on
As
them?
he walks to the big glass door, he tells me, yeah, you
gonna
might
want
actually
them.
want to put those on. And the second he said that, he rips the door open, and in my ears instantly starts ringing, okay? It's literally a flashbang in my ears, like,
Yeah, factories are loud, bro.
clack, clack, clack.
This sounds very healthy.
I had no idea these machines could be this loud together. I instantly put on my ear protection, which helped a lot, but I can definitely still hear the machines. Right this way! The guy screamed at me. I could like barely hear him.
You don't hear
He
anything.
walks towards the back of the factory, passing all these machines everywhere. I look and see other workers walk around in the same blue jumpsuits as me, and we finally
You're
get
all
to the
just
very back of the
NPCs.
factory, and he puts me behind the bottle organizing machine.
Oh my
What a beauty. The machine which I worked on, it was like the most crappiest old machine you could imagine, right?
What?
Like rusty. They must have been from like the 70s or something. And the way it's like fueled, he's like fueled by little plastic balls, okay? You have like little plastic balls that go into the machine, and the machine melts the balls. And then it molds into plastic bottles.
Me and Nabway are gonna hold our hands
Wow,
and we're
that's
just gonna put it
the
in
main
here.
job.
Oh my god.
So it goes bottle by bottle by bottle, and they get over the band, pew, 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 and they all like get together in batches of like 12 or something. That's
Oh,
where
that's
I
so
come in.
nice.
Uh-oh.
So then they slide into the belt conveyor. That's where my super important, vital job comes in. The guy explains to me that I had to quickly grab all these bottles out of the conveyor belt and store them into a big box. Because the conveyor belt doesn't stop, right? I have to grab them, put them in the box,
yeah,
and grab them and put them in the box,
nothing
grab them and put them in the
stops
box. He showed me how it was done and said, all right, you're good to go. You'll be standing here till 5 p.m.
What?
And you get one lunch break at 12.
What?
That's it?
And he zipped away like a cartoon character.
Where's my YouTube break?
I stood there in shock. for
I
a second.
know,
Did he
factory
just
work's
say
crazy.
Standing here till 5 p.m. It is 6 a.m. right now.
Joe.
Those are 11-hour days.
That's not
Yup.
a 9 to 5.
Every day for the next 12 months.
Yo, factory jobs, they go hard, bro. If you ever think that your job is boring or hard to get through, as long as you are not doing the exact same thing for 12 hours, it could be worse. Any job I can complain about, at least I didn't have to focus on one thing for 12 hours straight. Literally one motion. But hey, that builds character. I was a tough son of a Draco when I worked at the factory.
For the next 12 months.
Bro, I would quit right then and there.
18
There'd be no way.
hours.
I think to myself, it's gonna be okay. I I got this. I got this. I will earn some good money, all right? At the end of this, it'll all be worth it.
It would not be worth it.
You should take some notes here. This is how you become a real man.
Well, I'm a real man. Have you seen my muscles?
Wow, those are huge.
Have you seen my muscles, guys?
Let's get the microscope
Get
out.
him in.
I was
Arms.
hyped up, guys. I started packing my bottles very slowly, hour by hour, box by box. My eyes go blurry, and I'm just moving like I'm part of the machine. We're like fused together at this point.
Exactly.
It was like a couple hours. It felt like about 2 years, okay? Just sitting there. No form of entertainment. I couldn't talk to anyone because it's super loud, everything. It was just me and the machine. And all of a sudden, I hear a loud...
Last time I'll pause for a little bit. I couldn't listen to music at my job either. And it's for safety reasons because you never know what could happen at a factory. But man, that job would have been easier if I could listen to music.
Because it's super loud, everything. It was just me and the machine. And all of a sudden, I hear a loud buzzer. Oh my god, finally, my day is done. I think to myself,
lunchtime.
I grab my phone and I look at the time. 12 p.m. It's lunch break.
Nah.
All right, I'll go get my lunch. A singular tear rolls down my cheek. I make
Wait,
my
they give
way
you
to
free
the
lunch?
cafeteria. It's like in the middle of the factory. And I walk inside. A pretty small room with one big table in the middle. I look around the table and every chair is taken up by some old farts, bro. Like, I was generally in shock. Some of these people shouldn't even be here. How long have you guys been locked up in here? I'm pretty sure that woman sitting in the corner of the table hasn't been moving since I walked in here. She might actually be dead.
Oh, wow.
50-50.
But I was like, oh, whatever, probably.
Oh no, my light, my light. All right, it's charging. I'll bring it back in the last 5 minutes.
But I was like, oh, whatever. They probably know what they're doing. They've been working for a long time.
That's gonna be you one day if you keep working hard at it.
I like eat a tiny little bite. Bam! Lunchtime's over.
No.
You just got here.
Corpses, go back to work.
The woman of the chair
his
just
life.
disappears. She's not even there anymore.
I must have had like a stroke or something because it's already time to get back to work. Fine, I fine. I'll go back to the conveyor belt and keep organizing these bottles. Tomorrow, things are gonna change. I am not gonna be able to do this for 2 months straight, every single day, for my entire summer vacation.
Oh, well,
This is
hopefully he's
like
gonna get
prison.
fired.
You gotta like beat up the toughest guy there.
The toughest guy there is a rotting corpse that way. So I work the rest of my 5-hour shift and finally hear the end buzzer of my shift. I'm now at least 45 or something, but I let out a sigh of relief.
Yep, because you just lost a whole day of your life. You can never get back.
And I cycle my way back home, and my mom was waiting for
How
me.
was it,
How was
sweetie?
your day, sweetie?
All just one day. I just realized.
I awkwardly say, yeah, it was great. I learned so much. Perfect. We're all here. I made you dinner. You better
Oh,
eat up
yay.
and go to bed soon. You have another big day of work tomorrow.
No, you don't even have any free time?
I can't wait, I said.
Oh,
I
no,
spent-
for real, though. It's like that. When you have 12-hour shifts, I had to take the bus 1 hour each way when I did my 12-hour night shift. So I literally had, when I had to work, I literally had no free time. By the time I got home, I had to sleep and then wake up in the afternoon and then work again. It was horrible.
I can't wait, I said. I spent a few short hours trying to actually enjoy my summer, aka playing Rust, doom scrolling through Instagram.
Out of all the games you could have played in your whole life.
I need to get my hours in. I had a great time of blowing off some steam. Then I was ready to pass out early. I was so tired. I felt like the dead lady from the cafeteria. I fell asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. And then maybe, I don't know, 6 or 7 seconds later, my alarm is already screaming at me to get up because somehow it's 5 a.m. already. I crawl out of bed and make myself ready for day 2. I pack my bags and I add a tiny little trinket for myself in there. My AirPods. Something that will
sneaky.
save me working through all those hours. Only hearing the drilling machine noises and people scream all day, that was like horror. I couldn't do that for another day.
Where are the
Sneaky.
screams coming from? We still don't know. Like, why are people screaming at the bottle cap factory, huh?
So I pull up to the factory again.
That's a
I put on my
screaming Steve. He's been working here for 300 years.
The cow says moo.
He does that sometimes. That's why we call him Screaming Steve.
Thanks for nothing.
So I pull up to the factory again, and I put on my working gear, my protective glasses, and I slip on my AirPods instead of these giant factory-wearing headphones. I'm so much more comfortable too. And I walk up to my machine, started working with a big smile on my face. Ah, what beautiful melody should I be playing this fine day?
You don't want to hear the screaming? You didn't like that melody?
Just as
That's
I am
pretty cool.
about to click the button, I
Ed
got a tap
Sheeran.
on my shoulder. It is the manager from yesterday with an angry look on his
do
face.
that.
He said, it's against company policy to wear any type of headphones with music. If something goes wrong with the machines and you can't hear anything through the music, it can be dangerous.
It's true. That is true.
I need you to take him out. What do you mean, company policy? I'm not able to hear anything anyway. These giant machines, and his dad was screaming in the background. I got right up in his face. I was like, listen here, you guys. I'm not able to hear anything. Nothing. There's gonna be no downside of me listening to this music. Or so I thought to myself, because I was 18. I was a little baby, and it was all in my brain. But instead, I just looked at him.
No, unfortunately, that's correct. That's correct. It is for safety reasons. And when I worked in the factory, we didn't even have AirPods back then. All headphones had a wire on them, so that was like a dangerous thing. Because if you have a wire or long hair or something that can get caught in a machine, goodbye. So yeah, it's so brutal and sad, but there's no way you can listen to music. I used to sing to myself. On nights when I would be by myself, I would sing to myself and just hope that no one could hear me with all the loud machines and their own earplugs.
But instead, I just looked at him and I said, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I won't do it again because I didn't want to get fired my second day.
Yeah, why would you want to get fired from this job that you
He
hate?
said, good. Now get back to work. I said, oh, fine. I put my AirPods back into the case and had to put on these giant ear protective headphones.
Yeah.
And I'm ready for the second most painful day of my life. And I had to do that all the way to the other day, the next day, and the next day. Until a complete full week of work. And honestly, I was exhausted. The whole weekend, I didn't even have energy to do anything somewhat fun. And before I knew it, it was already Monday again. I had to do it all over again.
Nah. All of this is crazy, but it's not as hard as our job right now, okay? Because playing games all day, much harder than this.
In defense of YouTubers, at least when you work in a factory, you go to work and you know what you're gonna be doing that day. Like, you know pretty much everything that's gonna happen. Whereas I have to figure out what I'm doing like every day. I didn't know I was filming a Socks video until I started researching today. I had to figure it out. And that creates its own stress, okay? But yeah, some YouTubers don't work hard at all, but I am not one of them.
So I have to do this again and again and again. And 1 week goes by, and 2 weeks go by, and 3 weeks go by. And basically, I was just a robot at this point. I was part of the machine. And one day, the boss just came up to me, tapped on my shoulder, and he said, hey, Blaza, we got some good news. I need you to take the night shift.
What?
We're short-staffed.
What do you mean, good news?
You can start next week. I thought, night shift? That doesn't seem that bad. I mean, I don't have to wake up at 5 a.m. anymore. And I can wake up late and play video games and go outside.
Ah, you can actually see the sunlight.
I know, and then I have to go to work at 4 in the
Seeing
afternoon.
the sun
At the
before
start
you go
of the
to
week,
sleep
I was on the work
sucks.
floor at 4. Having actually a fun summer day. I played some games, I ate some food, I had a good night's of rest. But then what slipped my mind was, wait, what time I actually be free? I will approximately be free around 3 a.m. Like, what? That is like
That's a
peak
terrible
nap hours,
time.
bro. I can't be working here all night. Oh, no. I am not doing that without some sort of entertainment. I have to come up with something.
This is how
I worked 7 to 7. I would get into work at 7 p.m. and I'd get off work at 7 a.m. When you have just put in 12 hours in a factory and you're going home and you are seeing the sun rise and other people getting in their car to go to work, you just feel like you're living in a different dimension than the rest of society. It feels different. I don't like it.
I had to come up with something.
This is how the animator made.
Yep.
So I have to make this night somewhat survivable, alright? Otherwise, I don't even know I'll survive
5
this
nights
shift.
at
You would literally go
Blaza's.
insane.
And then this idea popped in my head. Why don't we just wear the AirPods, but put the big giant ear protector headphones over them?
Ooh,
Wow.
Genius.
That's actually genius.
Finally able to hear my music while working through these awful nights, and no one would know a thing.
No, bro.
Still a terrible time, but it was like doable with my new form of entertainment. And I kept doing this until one day the boss taps on my shoulder again.
What?
And I quickly in shock turned down my headphones from my pockets. You know when you like turn down the volume real quick?
Yeah.
So I was able to hear him, and he tells me, Blaza, you have done such a great job this week.
Ooh.
Way better than the other co-workers.
Really?
And pans to another machine where the grandma is dead. I
Hey,
said,
when that
great,
happens.
is that it? Guess what? I get to be promoted to a new machine.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
I love that part.
It's great. Where is it? He said, follow me. I'll show you.
Into the dungeon you go.
I get to the machine and my eyes lit up. This giant, beautiful new machine.
Fortnite
5
machine.
times the amount of bottles, glass panels, high resolution operating
my
screen,
gosh.
Ooh.
a comfortable, clean chair for once.
Really?
A chair?
Cup holder, camera, 6 screens,
A
satellite.
chair? This guy has everything. You got a chair? A cup holder? Lucky? To me, that is luxury. That is factory luxury. That's like the first class executive suite version of working in a factory. You get a chair? What the heck?
Camera, 6 screens, satellites, cooler fans, everything.
Sounds like Five Nights at Freddy's.
I went from organizing bottles to driving the Death Star.
Let's
guys.
go.
Hey, wait.
No way. Is this how you got it?
Congrats.
This baby cost us around $500,000.
$500,000.
So be careful, all right? I was blown away. He gave me the keys. I instantly jumped and started figuring this thing out, all
that's
right?
cool.
It was basically the same work I had been doing, but just a little more organized, a little more cleaner, more comfortable, and faster. So after messing around with it for a couple hours, making a couple batches of plastic bottles, I love that smell of fresh plastic bottle. This machine was a bit more comfortable to work with, but it also produced 5 times as many bottles. So I really have to up the pace here. As my eyes slowly droop down, I slap myself in my face.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up! Wake up!
Are you getting more money?
Sleep here. I got a new machine. These bottles ain't making themselves. All right. All of a sudden, one of the red lights turn on in the machine. Beep beep.
No.
Oh, that's not supposed to happen. I stand up and I take a closer look at the machine. Nothing looks off until I look deeper in the machine, and I see a plastic bottle like upside down, stuck and crushed in the machine. It's like spazzing out.
Oh, you're about to lose your job, bro.
That's not good. That is, and I'm absolutely not allowed to crawl into the machine because it was a big glass panel and all the bottles
Yeah,
were
of
like
course.
behind
No,
it.
that's
There was,
how
like,
you
a little
lose your
slit
life,
between
bro.
that, right? You don't like crawl into it like an idiot, like that guy over there.
What I do?
But I don't want the boss to think I broke the machine either, right?
That's
No, it's
smart.
not your
So
fault.
I
It happens
decided
sometimes.
A tiny little push won't hurt anyone, and I started shaking the machine a little bit.
No.
There we go, just a little bit.
$500 million, by the way.
Started shaking it, nothing happens. I start speeding up the conveyor belt a little bit, nothing happened. Even
They
tried.
should have, like, this definitely happens all the time. They should have told him about this. They should have told Blaza that the machine, of course the machine's gonna do that sometimes. That's part of your job. If they didn't explain that to him, of course he's gonna try and DIY it. No one thought that was your fault, but if you try to fix it and then you make it worse, then it is your fault.
Nothing happened. Even tried to stab the bottle with like the back of a broom, but nothing is working. So I thought I put the matter in my own hands.
Don't do it, Blaza.
I'm too deep at this to give up at this point.
Yeah, you gotta break that dang thing.
Yep, I took off my hair protective headphones and started reaching through
You took off the headphones?
arms into the machine and reaching for the bottle, like in between the
No!
glass panel and the metal.
This sounds very safe.
My headphones wouldn't fit in it because they're so big, so I took them off, put
Bro,
my arm
no.
in there. I am reaching to the bottle. I get closer. I could basically poke it with my finger at this point. I just had to stretch a little bit further, and I got it. But right when I was able to grab like the cap of the bottle with my fingers, one of my AirPods slipped out of my ear into the conveyor belt. Shot straight into the machine. As I stood there with the bottle in my head, I thought,
Oh my
that ain't
gosh.
good. And then on my right, I hear a beep, and I look at the control
Not an
panel of the machine.
AirPod,
Another light turned red. Another beep went off. Error, error.
You broke the $1 million machine.
$500,000.
It's $500,000,
It's
Nadway.
not that bad. Oh. I quickly got out of the machine. I heard like some kind of scraping noise. And we're looking at the machine. Another bottle got stuck. That ain't good. All these other bottles, they just kept falling over because I sped up the conveyor belt before. And then another fell over and got stuck. And another one. And another one was just a wave of bottles.
Oh no.
They formed like a dam of plastic bottles. And before I could even react, it was error, error, error. The machine started beeping louder, faster. So naturally, I started completely.
And then little Jimmy's gonna get an AirPod in his Pepsi bottle when he pours it into his Coca-Cola glass.
Pepsi bottle? A Coca-Cola glass?
You can't drink an AirPod, bro. That's not safe. I heard it's really bad to drink AirPods, guys. Please don't ever do that if you were thinking of doing it.
Louder, faster. So naturally, I start to completely panic, okay? What else am I supposed to be doing? I'm pressing buttons that I didn't even know existed. I'm trying to stop everything, but nothing was working. I feel like a boomer trying to operate a self-service checkout, okay? Suddenly I hear another weird sound coming from the machine. And I abruptly, that's an expensive word, I don't know if I can afford that, abruptly look up. But because I was panicking, I looked up so fast, I accidentally hit my water bottle on my desk. I slammed it on accident, and I knocked it over. Spilling water all over the control panel. Beautiful.
Why is everything bad happening all at once?
Do you guys know when you get a speck of water on your phone and your whole screen starts zapping out?
Oh, yeah, it's the worst.
Letters to your school card?
Yeah.
That literally happened to me the other day with Dad in the hot tub while we were playing Clash Royale.
Now you're blaming your loss that you're so trash on the hot tub water now. Oh.
The hot tub water is
the conveyor belt started to speed up. Now it's spitting out deformed bottles. That's not good. I just created a whole
monster
subspecies of mutated plastic bottles. I look at the screen. Everything is in Chinese.
No way!
At this point, there was nothing I could do anymore, okay? I don't speak no Chinese. I'm just putting my hands up and I take a step back. All of a sudden, I feel a strong hand to grip my right shoulder. What did you do? He says with the scariest look on his face. I was like, I don't know. I just kind of did that. I missed a software update or something.
Software update.
You didn't install enough RAM.
I say that, my other AirPod that I still had in my ear falls out of my ear, and he just danced that in the face and said, "You are so done."
Wait, he didn't even give you a chance?
He put me aside and sat in front of the machine, then unplugging it with a special key controller and did an emergency shutdown.
Wow.
Then his head slowly turned to me and he said, "Blaza, you can grab your stuff. I do not want to see you here again."
Are you serious? You got fired from your first mistake?
Right after getting a promotion?
$1 million. I quickly grabbed my bag and I sprinted out as fast as possible, not looking back. Let me just tell you guys, I didn't go back to that factory, okay? I don't think that guy likes me anymore.
They fired you like right then and there? Wasn't even some like letter or something?
Yo, factories are savage, bro. Factories, they churn people in and out all the time. When I worked at the factory, yeah, there was a dude who I worked with who just suddenly just decided to stop coming in. I mean, to be fair, he was definitely showing signs of heightening insanity over the few days before he suddenly stopped showing up. But yeah, that happens all the time, man. Happens all the time.
Like right then and there? Wasn't even some like letter or something? It was just, boom, you're fired.
All I heard back from them was a very professional email saying that I was fired and will be sent the money I earned from all those weeks working there, which I am glad I even got because
you can
all
enjoy
the money I earned,
summer.
I instantly invested into my gaming PC.
Ooh.
I could record videos with you guys and I'm actually still... Oh, my screen just went back. Never mind. This PC sucks.